Alright, Shalom. This is the book of Acts, chapter 14. I'll start from verse 21 to 22. And it reads, And when they had preached the gospel to that city, and had taught many, they returned again to Lystra, and to Iconium, and to Antioch, confirming the souls of the disciples, and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Kal halal Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who preach and teach this word for many years in sincerity and truth. Them worthy of double honors. And I'm beginning to understand that more and more. Because what they would have withstood through them many years on them would not have been any light thing. But still, what Yahushua say, my burden is light. The only how it could become light is when you're in the spirit and you understand that through much tribulation you enter into the kingdom of heaven. And that is light affliction. It's easier said than done. We haven't resisted unto blood neither too. Right? So the name of this lesson going on be stability of your mind is a thing you must earn to become stable in the truth, to become stable in faith. Yes, is a gift. Faith is a gift. But to become stronger in that faith, you have to earn it. You have to go through it. You have to be put to the test. So, hey, Matthew chapter 5, I'll start from verse 1. And here it says, And seeing the multitude, he went up into the mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed is the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. What gonna make a man poor in spirit? Humble, low, tribulation, your ass being brought down. Something going on humble, yeah, and where you're gonna have no other choice but to become as a poor man. Really and truly a low man. You know? And hey, I'm going to get an next precept to link up with that too. Psalm chapter 51. Right? I believe it's the second to last verse. Right? Bear with me. Psalm chapter 51. Verse 17. Right? The sacrifice of Yahweh power is a broken spirit. A broken and a contrite heart. Yahweh power. Thou will not despise. So hey, that is it right there. That is what is acceptable unto him. So back to the Matthew chapter 4. Right? Matthew chapter 5 from verse 4. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. And when in a mourning state, what kind of state that is be? You're crying out. You're sorrowful. You're upon your sackcloth. And you go down and mourning. And you're groaning in the spirit. And that is what we're doing here right now. Through these lessons, through going out on the highways and the byways, through increasing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're becoming, you're increasing in sorrow. That is that groaning, that is that mourning. Right? Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. A man has to be meek to know all this is his. All this on earth here is his. And the heathens and them is his subjects. But judgment belongs unto the Most High, because sometimes you feel to take judgment into your own hand. So you have to be meek to understand these things. Right? Verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. You know? If you're sincere enough, or if the spirit in you is the spirit of a elect, the Most High going on quench your thirst. And how that thirst going to be quenched? The living water. The living water, he say what? When he tell you a man by the well of the water, he said what? When she asked him, when he asked you for water, she said she had nothing to draw it from. And he said, hey, if you know who is that, who you speak it unto, you would have asked of me for water, and I would have given you living water that you will never thirst again. That is what going to be used to quench this thirst. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. In your life, with your woman, with your children, with brothers, with everything. You know you'll be in position where you could exercise judgment, where you could bring down judgment, but what? What you go do? You go show mercy. Because you know you and all need to be shown mercy from your Father. And in doing that, you will have exercised the love of the Most High. I think is what Galatians or Ephesians, where it says, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, where it says what? The love of God that passeth all understanding. Right? By doing that, you would have fulfilled that scripture. The love of the Most High that passeth all understanding. You know? That is not being over righteous too. That is fulfilling being not over righteous. Right? Verse 8. Blessed is the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh power. That first batch of men there who gonna behold the Lord and the chariots and the angels and them is the pure in heart, the elect. Right? Blessed is the peacemaker, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh power. Who making peace on earth right now? Only the so-called Israelites, because the only how peace will exist on earth is if the wicked system have been trodden down, which will be trodden down. Okay? Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. What did it say about the men he had Great Millstone? Especially he had Great Millstone. Watch them. The rapists. At no point in time we ever promote to say, well, go out and rape. And we just teach that it have provisions in the scripture that the Most High say, in a case if that was to happen, it have ways to deal with it. We don't promote no rape, but yet still the point that on we. Blessed is that. Blessed is ye. When you are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. That is say we wicked. Your own wife is tell we wicked for trying to establish all the righteousness inside of them. Kalalal Yahweh you are shy for that. Verse 12. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is the reward in the kingdom of heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets that were before ye. Right? Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost its savor, wherein the earth shall be salted. I'll go into something else there, right? So I'll go into our next precept here now, in Matthew chapter 19. Right? And here what it says here. Right? Right, Matthew chapter 19 verse 29. I'll start from verse 28. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, they which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that had forsaken house, brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or land for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. Because them people in your own household, especially men, wives, just come up against them. Like if men trying to teach them something wrong and it's just righteousness, they're trying to teach them. If push come to shove, you have to turn your back on that bitch. Say fuck it. Better take to the kingdom with one member cut off than not to enter at all. I have to be coming back to our next brother Loins, in elect Loins. So I hope this was educational. Mawat Lababal, that to Babylon, soon come to New Jerusalem. Easy brother Tazwa from Trinidad GMS camp, signing out. Until next time, come ya Sharala, come ya Sharala, come ya Sharala. Shalom.